Welcome to the video. In this video we're going to take our first look at this frame here. This is a T-Drones FPV Warrior. It's a pre-built 200. The only thing you're going to need to provide is your flight controller, a radio receiver and a battery, and you'll be flying. So I wanted to show you this before we actually start using it, because we've got it for one of our series. We're getting things like the Pix Racer, which is the new version of the Pix Hawk designed specifically for FPV racing. And we've also got our hands on a CC3D Revolution 2. So we need some frames to put that stuff on in order to do build videos and create series for you. This is one of the frames that we've got to use in one of those series. So what I'd like to do is very quickly go through this, because occasionally here we get a box that we open that causes a little bit of a gasp and a wry smile, and this is one of those things. This is a really nice little model. We'll see how it actually goes together when we build it, but I wanted to draw your attention to this stuff because it is a nice unit. You can get this thing from uflyshop.com. It'll take you to another website, and not only do they have this version that we're looking at here, but they have lots of other versions too. So let's pop it out of the box and we can have a look at what you actually get for your money. So we get a manual and a set of cable ties, sticky pads, Velcro and other things as well, which is a nice idea. And then we actually have the model itself. And this is the bit where I started to grin, because it is really, really nice. So underneath the model, let's put that to one side for a second, we have two lots of propellers, both a counter-rotating and a set of rotating with spares too. So we'll have a quick look at those in a sec, but they're propellers, you know, they're not particularly exciting, but they are the type that fit on themselves, and they are nicely labelled to show you which way round they go. But it's the model that I really wanted, just spend a bit of time and kind of show you this thing in action. So it's got a Warrior 200 on the side, two great big whacking LED lights at the front, space for a camera. Now the camera mount for this is more designed for something like the Taro 520 TVL HD mini camera, that kind of camera, which is quite small. It's not a big deal to kind of 3D print a mount here that will allow me to pop one of my more usual Fat Shark cameras, but that's the one that it comes. Now this one that we've ordered hasn't come with a camera, but you can order one that has one pre-installed. On the outside we have Tiger motors. Hopefully the camera will pick that up. They're MT1306 -13 and they're KV at 2300. So these are actually Tiger motors, because this is part of the Tiger company. And then you have LEDs at the back. These aren't selectable by CleanFlight at the moment. You actually select the colours by using the dip switches, but you can kind of assign them for whatever colour you want. Have a power connector at the bottom, which is JST style, and it also comes ready to rock and roll with all of the ESCs installed underneath. And again, these are Tiger ESCs, 6 amp ESCs that are all wired in, and they've actually done it so that each of the arms has a number on it, and that corresponds to the number that's actually on the ESC lead. Just be a little bit careful, because of course these numbers are not the same as CleanFlight numbers, so this would be motor 1, not motor 3, so don't just assume that you're going to connect motor 1 to output 1 on your flight controller. It doesn't work quite that way. It has a power distribution board, which you can just about see way down in there, that also provides power up here for the flight control bits and pieces, and also you could jumper off that to provide a VBAT feed. If you're using something like a NASI 32 or a CleanFlight capable board, you can monitor the battery with that too. The space here is big enough in the back for your receiver. I think that's a really nice trick. So I'm going to install the receiver when we do it right in here, so it's out the way. Plenty of room for a full-size flight controller in the middle of the frame, but the ones we're going to use with it are going to be a little bit smaller. And then you have the top plate with the vibration isolation pieces for something like a Mobius camera or something else as well. Now it's all carbon fibre. The only thing that I'm probably a little bit worried about is how these legs will take a crash. I may put some little 3D spacers or feet on, just so that when I do inevitably slam it into the ground, then I don't snap them off. But I did want to just share this with you. So if you're interested in having a look at this stuff, I'm quite impressed. The first impressions are very, very good. Let's see what it flies like when we start putting it together. But if you go to uflyshop.com, you can look at this, but they also have lots of different versions too, including hex versions as well. Thank you for taking the time to watch that video. There are lots of other videos on the channel and they're carefully ordered into playlists, so you may find that there are other videos on this same subject that you can go and watch. So I would recommend going into the playlist area of Painless 360 YouTube channel and looking around and seeing what there is. You never know what you might find. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and happy flying.